All right, so quick screen share on the next trip log. So this is gonna be the second one. I was moving around quite a bit the last 2 weeks, but still managed to get some cool stuff shipped. So I'm gonna be walking through that. The first one, most exciting one for me as well, is the planned trips V1 for DiveJourney. So this expands on the community layer that I'm wanting to build out for DiveJourney. So in the last trip log, I walked through this show community filter here, where you can see where all the other users that have made their visibility active for DiveJourney are. So to build on top of this, you can now also plan and create trips for the future. So if I'm on my profile here, let me actually also update myself to where I am now. So I'm now in Bangkok. You can update that, and then quite a bit needs to be probably added here as well. But yeah, so update that, and then you can now add trips here down at the bottom section. So if I look at the map, I just added myself to Bangkok. We should see myself here. A second. Cool. So, yep, there we go. Cool. So this is where my home base is. You can see home base tag there. But if I want to plan a future trip, the idea here would be you can set where you're going to be, and then you can get like recommendations on dive spots, shops, and also connecting with other users on DiveJourney. So where you can like plan like buddy connections and stuff like that. So right now the first part of that phase is to be able to create these trips and then figure out who else is in the same area as you. So I'm going to go ahead and create a trip, and I want to show where how this shows up in the existing destinations as well. So I'm going to use one of our existing destinations, which is let's make sure which one we have in Thailand. Okay, cool. So Koh Tao. So we'll go to Koh Tao. Set it here. This pulls in the geocode location, and just like the location mapping, just noting that like your actual specific location is kind of like jittered out, so you're not going to have your exact location ever. So I'm going to go ahead and add this trip. Let's say it's like a week. And here you can do visibility. So this also works like the same setup as our profile. So you can be private, so no one's going to see it anywhere. It's not going to be listed with your it's not going to be listed with your avatar or with your link to your profile. It will list you as like an anonymous user in that area just to show your activity. So that's pretty cool. Or if you're friends with someone and they view the map, they could see you that you're listed there. So I'm gonna keep it as everyone for now. This is the coming soon feature I want to do for opening up buddies to like connect with you and stuff. So I'm just gonna talk that on for now. Just kind of want to get people used to seeing that as an option there. So creating the trip, I'll just do like weekend in Koh Tao. Don't really have to add that there, but just for your own tracking. So cool, that's added there. And it's also what's neat, it's pulling in actually the destination image there for Koh Tao, since we have Koh Tao as a destination. Sweet, so that's saved there. If I load this map again, we should see my avatar move down here as well to show that I have an upcoming trip there. Nice, there it is. So you can see I have a planned trip. Since I'm public, I could click this. It'll take me to my profile, which you can go ahead and just do. And oh yeah, so like that's first level. You can find people here. You can actually friend me if you wanted to. And down at the bottom, or somewhere on here, I'm gonna start having the oh, there it is. Okay, I have the upcoming trips, so you can see this here, and you'll be able to connect also in the future. Sweet. Next cool part there is that when you look at, I'll look at these in a minute, but when you look at this destination, Koh Tao, you'll see that that's admin controls. That's not normally there, but this is the here we just do incognito since I'm on a added on public setting. So you can see now on the destination, it actually shows you how many people are planning trips and who are actually currently in the area. Pretty neat. Another way to connect with people, or to immediately start logging your trips. If you're looking at a destination, you'd have to log in to log your trip. But pretty cool. Here, if I'm logging in another trip, when I'm logged in, you can do this right there. Sweet. So that's trips. Pretty excited for it. Look for more stuff on this in the next update. So briefly going to look at countries. So countries have been added in, as I mentioned. This looks way better. If you didn't look at this before, just believe me, this is like infinitely better. So as I'm working through these, I'm going to be adding in some images for all these countries, adding in additional destinations, as I mentioned, built out Indonesia destination, built Indonesia destinations, the United States, and Portugal on here. So I've got like the first 24 added in with images. Basically, once they have an image, they're going to be the more fully built out countries. The ones that aren't yet, they just have kind of like a placeholder. Just a little. You can subscribe to the updates if you're interested in that country coming out later, or you can even submit your own improvements, which is pretty neat. So those are the big updates this last sprint. Here we can look at all these countries real quick. It looks very like similar amount of depth as the destination guides. So that's pretty cool. And there's some of the future destinations for Australia, for example. Sweet. So that's the update. Now that I'm in Thailand, I'm kind of like, we're not moving around as much for a while. I'm making this a home base. So I'm looking forward to kind of cranking out a lot of stuff and really, heads down on DiveJourney and some other stuff that I'm working on. So stay tuned for some more updates in the future. And thanks for tuning in. Cheers.